Nah. When Neville was talking about it, these man weren't doing the legal thing. They were doing the real flipping Soviet juice, blood. You know them ones, like what them man had them universal soldiers on, blood. That's why these men were getting banned for it. Like these men were up to their eyeballs, yeah, in bruv, like players like Gattuso and that, bro. He was off his nut, bro. He was definitely definitely on something, running man down and kicking him up in the air, bro. He was off his tits, bruv, on testosterone or something. He had to be. Someone put in the chat about Gary Neville saying about doping in football and stuff like that. Did you see the clip from the overlap?
Yeah, no, I watched that whole pod. I actually enjoy that podcast until Righty starts speaking.
It's the same with me with these United guys when they start. As long as they're not talking about Man United.
No, Righty was on the latest one saying like he wouldn't be able to play under Pep, he wouldn't be able to hack it.
But the way Man City play, yeah, he probably would have been pissed, to be honest, because it's like
he was pissed with George Graham having a go at him, even though he played well. Like, mate, that's how you get
right. He's the kind of guy you want the ball. Like strikers like him, you want the ball early, innit? In Pep's system, you ain't getting it.
Yeah, facts.
You're not getting it early.
To be honest, though, what Neville was saying and Keane, like, because obviously, they were talking about it for a good 5 minutes. That clip that went out was only about a minute, I think. But they were talking about it for a good 5-10 minutes. Bro, they were blatantly talking about Juve. Yeah, 100% talking about Juve. Because they actually got done, didn't they? Their doctor got done. I think he went back there after he came out of jail. But
also Pep had a dodgy doctor at Barca as well.
Yeah, he's his doctor at City now. I think that's the same doctor.
Yeah. These men are cheating, fam.
Because Pep actually got done. He got banned, didn't he, for doping?
Yeah.
There was something in his system that was a high level, like 8 times higher or something stupid.
Yeah, it's nandrolone, isn't it? That's anabolic, I think.
But apparently, I was reading something yesterday, and it said that the only way they do.
David's got done for that as well, and he would have been at Juventus at the time, I believe.
Yeah. What I was reading yesterday was in Spain, the only way to do the doping test was a urine sample, not a blood test. Whereas before it used to be a blood test, but then they stopped doing the blood test and just do a urine sample.
Yeah, but you can swap urine samples.
Not only that don't show up so much in a urine sample as it would in a blood test. It'll show up 100% in the blood test, whereas in a urine sample, it's either minimal, not enough to do you for, or it don't show up at all.
Okay.
And that's still not a thing in Spanish football, apparently.
Yeah, but also urine, you don't know whose piss it is. Do you know what I'm saying? When it's blood, you know whose blood it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what are we doing here? Man could swap out the piss, bro. Like, that's not even making sense. So, yeah, but I've listened. All these men are cheating at the top level, bro. I'll be real. Not all the players, but I'm saying a high percentage of players, are taking stuff that they're either not meant to take or isn't legal in the sport because there's too much money to make, bro. There's too much money to make, bro, in the sport, blood. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of them ones where, especially when you look at players that have had long-term injuries and stuff like that. We saw it with Conor McGregor. He broke his leg, and they're saying that's why he's blatantly been doping. He's blatantly been doping, Conor McGregor. Now he's walking around at a crazy weight, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Because he was on anabolics and stuff like that, and they're saying it was to help heal his leg. But that's still gonna have implications for, even if he's off it now, when he comes back and he fights, he's still gonna have the benefits of the enhancement. You know what I'm saying? He's still got
you heal and repair quicker, you can run faster, your energy levels are through the roof. Like, even if you have like a layoff like he has, look how quick he, bro. I see him the other day on something, some event, I can't remember where it was. Yeah, bro, that guy's 100 mile an hour. Like, even when he's sat still, he's 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, but he's also on MDMA and cocaine, bruv.
He's definitely on psych. But
they're saying that Messi season, Messi was doped up at Barca, and obviously he had
doped up since he was a kid.
Well, exactly, because he had the growth hormone thing for the whatever condition he was born with, and then he was definitely doping at Barca as well. There's no two ways about it. So man.
Somebody posted a quote I see on that Gary Neville post on Twitter yesterday, saying that Messi only had before Pep got there and took over the team. He was obviously in the B team, Pep, wasn't he? And Messi was in the first team already. But he said Messi had already had 6 injuries or something. Yeah, and under the whole time under Pep, he'd only had about
2 or something. Yeah,
like, it's something like that. Yeah, but it was like way less. Yeah, and it was like, how can you have 6 in 1 year or 2 years, but then have 6 over your whole entire career?
Exactly. Now these men are definitely on.
It can't be proven. That's the problem.
These men are on stuff. Yeah, and even bro, like I even say to guys, you look at Bayern Munich, you look at Real Madrid. There's a lot of clubs. These players go to these clubs, and they put on an obscene amount of muscle, in a very short amount of time. A very short amount of time, bro. And bearing in mind, football is an endurance sport, innit? So in matches, these guys are running over 10K on average. How are you putting on that much muscle mass whilst running every single day and burning all those calories? Like, what are you eating, bro? Because these footballers got to be eating 5,000, 6,000 calories a day, to put on muscle like that, and also recover from aerobic training as well. And then on top of that, like, they're building muscle and losing body fat at the same time and not losing fitness. Like, it's not making sense. These men are.
Look at Bale when he went to Madrid. Bale was skinny like me, bro. Yeah, and then
that's what I'm trying to say.
6 months, he was like this.
Oh, and they do that, bro. Listen, when I tell you, natural bodybuilders, can't put on the amount of muscle that footballers are putting on. They can't in the amount of time that they're putting it on with. They cannot, bro. And these guys are not running. They're not doing a shitload of cardio, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're doing all this cardio does the exact opposite for building muscle, the exact opposite. And that's why long distance runners, are skinny. Mo Farah is a twig. All these long distance runners are twigs. They're not muscular because it actually goes against it. It works against you. Do you know what I'm saying? It works against you, bro, because you're carrying more weight. So the fact that players, like, you see, like the Goretzkas and all these guys, bro, like, these men are putting on like maybe 5 kilograms of pure muscle, and they're doing it over the summer.
Bellingham's another one, bro. I watch every Madrid game, and I said on my stream a couple of weeks back, I was like, I don't know where they wear the vest underneath, but that ain't bulking you up like this, bro. The size of that guy now, top, like genuinely, he's literally flipping hench now.
And these men are still lean as well, still lean with abs and putting on that much muscle. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Do you know what I mean? And that's me having worked in the gym, also knowing what the drugs do, and also knowing people that have done professional, natural and not natural bodybuilding, and I know the work that goes in. I know how these guys are prepping meals, all of these things. Like, there's no way these guys are putting on that much muscle over a summer. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are on growth hormone, or they're on some sort of test, or they're on something. If you're on test, then you can put on that muscle and not put on any fat. But these guys are doing it in a very short amount of time while still running. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense, bro. Do you know what I mean? So these guys are definitely cycling something in the off season and then coming off it when the season starts, because they're definitely not getting drugs tested over the summer when these guys are on holiday with their families and all that. They're not getting drugs tested. These guys are probably juicing themselves up. And you see it in football. You see it in every sport, like even boxing, bruv. Like, even when people were seeing the Devin Haney fight, the guy literally put on like 25 pounds or something like that overnight, rehydrating. You can't drink enough water to rehydrate, 25 pounds. So that means, this guy probably had IV like rehydration, and the guy's made weight, and then he's sitting in his hotel room, and they're just literally pumping water back into his body and stuff like that, because you can't drink all that water to put on 25 pounds, bro. You'll piss that all out.
25 pounds. You'd flood yourself. You'd be washed out, mate, with that much water. You'd be dead. Conor McGregor. I remember that Conor McGregor documentary that was on Netflix a couple of months back. I watched it. Yeah, and he sat in his hotel room, in a tent with a towel wrapped around him, just sweating all the weight out. Yeah, like, so he could make weight. And then as soon as he's gone and made weight, for the next 2 days, he's just literally juicing himself up, bruv, with water and eating and eating. It's like, that can't be healthy for you long term, man. Like, to sit and lose 25, 26, 27 pounds and then go and put it all back on the next day. Like, that can't be good for you, man. That guy that was at Barca, the doctor at Barca, I think he's at City now with Pep, but he was doing it in the milkshakes. He was just like putting whatever it was in the milkshakes and just getting them down the milkshakes.
Yeah, a lot of the time the man don't know that. And the thing is, now you can get steroids in tablet and even powder form, I believe now. I didn't even know that was the case. I thought you had to inject it, but apparently you can get it in different form, but obviously it absorbs better when you inject it and that. But these guys are on roids and all sorts, bro. They're on all sorts, or they're on growth hormone, or they're on things like, even at Arsenal, when Wenger came in, he started introducing them vitamin injections, and we don't know what was in them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take his word for it that they were vitamins. But if your club says to you, yeah, cool, you're having your vitamin C or your whatever, these footballers are going in there, they're not knowing what they're taking, bro.
Yeah, mate, listen, it would explain quite a lot, though, wouldn't it? Like, in terms of what Neville was saying, like when you're seeing some of these teams, absolutely, like he said that they were coming off a pitch against some of these Italian teams, and they weren't even sweating.
They weren't even, bro, not even breathing heavy.
And then them lot, and listen, Man United were one of the fittest teams in the world at the time. Yeah, let's just have that right. They were just, they'd keep going and going and going for 90 odd minutes. Bro, to come off the pitch and you're absolutely effed, and the other team are just still ready to go and play another 90. Like, it's something a bit sus, isn't there? Yeah, that's a good comment as well about the inhalers, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They all had asthma somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, but those are steroids, bro, because the inhalers are steroids, bro. They're steroid inhalers, bro. They literally are. Because when I was younger, you used to get the blue ones and you get the brown ones, and the brown ones were the steroid ones. You know, like that. So these men are taking steroids, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it does. That's exactly what it does. If it widens your lung capacity and stuff like that, if you load with that, yeah, when you don't have asthma, it's still gonna have the same effect. Still gonna have the same effect. So imagine if your lungs are functioning properly, yeah, and then you take the steroids on top of it, bro. These men are cheating, and even they do the same thing with caffeine pills and stuff like that as well with footballers. So they're using caffeine and they're using the steroid inhalers, and it's illegal. You know what I mean? It's legal.
It's legal, but listen, I think every club's at it. I can't.
Oh yeah, some, bro. Listen, all of them are trying to, improve. Even if it's 1%, 2%, they're all at it.
I don't think they were like back when Neville was talking about. I think it was just the odd.
No. When Neville was talking about it, these men weren't doing the legal thing. They were doing the real flipping Soviet juice, blood. You know them ones, like what them man had them universal soldiers on, blood. That's why these men were getting banned for it. Like, these men were up to their eyeballs, yeah, in bruv, like players like Gattuso and that, bro. He was off his nut, bro. He was definitely definitely on something, running man down and kicking him up in the air, bro. He was off his tits, bruv, on testosterone or something. He had to be.
Mate, it's the only explanation, because there's no way, there's no way these teams could just keep running and running and running and running, and you are absolutely shot to bits. It would make sense if it was, say, Juventus versus some dead team, like lower down the table, just been promoted. Yeah, because obviously, yes, you are going to be fitter than them. When you're coming up against the best team in England, nah, mate, that's sus. Yeah, that's sus. Yeah, and then it goes to show, because their guy got sent to jail for it. So they're up to something, because he wouldn't have gone to jail otherwise, would he?
No, you're right, 100%. So, and as a footballer, you know, innit, because these guys, especially if you're playing in midfield and that, like, you know how much you exert in yourself. And if you see a man there and he's just not, it's like, how can they all? Do you know what I'm saying? Because you know how fit you are. Like, if you've ever been really, really fit, yeah, like, you know how fit you are compared to everyone else, because you're doing things easily that other people are struggling to do. But when you know that you're wrecked, and these men are just strutting off the pitch, like, it's like, nah, this ain't right. Do you know what I mean? And for them to actually notice it, you know that the disparity must have been massive. It must have been massive. So yeah, man, it's one of them things where, listen, in every sport, we saw it in cycling as well with the Armstrong thing. Everyone knew he was cheating but couldn't prove it. Like, yeah, man, everyone's cheating, bro. Everyone's cheating in some way, shape, or form, whether they're doing things that are seen as legal or they're doing things that are illegal, if they're micro dosing or if they're loading up to their eyeballs, blood. These men are all cheating.
In fact, it's all about the money now, though. That's the problem, isn't it? Like, you know, there's so much money in sport that people take the risk. They'll fully take the risk, right? And especially if it's an illegal doping, they'll take the risk because there's ways to flush it out your system. Yeah, so that if you do get a random test, it's not in your system. So I don't know, man. The thing is, it's very difficult to prove, isn't it? Hence why not many players get done for it.
Yeah, but that's why when Liverpool are doing the inhaler thing and they're doing the caffeine thing, these are two things that are legal within a certain amount, a certain dosage. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where, yeah, it's performance enhancing, but it's illegal, even though the whole Liverpool team just happened to have asthma, bruv.
I remember that. Mad.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. So we'll see what it is. And you know, Manchester suddenly the UK became the best cyclist in the world, bro. And the thing is, Sir Dave Brailsford, who's at Man United now, was responsible for this. So it is what it is, isn't it? So
I'm going to be seeing Man United run 20 kilometers each player.
Hey, hey, look, we're gonna turn into the most superhuman team, yeah, in the world, bro. I'm telling you, it's a squad of cyborgs, blood flying around the pitch, and we know why, innit? If it happens.